Matrices are awesome! So you need to be careful. You just got to know how to plug them in your calculator and set them up accordingly, and you should be in good shape. And or being able to do them by hand with the matching entries or elements that do exist. So again, to play around with some calculator buttons, what you'd want to know how to do is the matrix key is right above right here, so that's going to be an important one. So after you go in and do something, you just go second matrix, and then you can either select a matrix on this main screen, or now what you'd want to do is you can edit them and so on. So if I just arrow over to edit and I push enter, then I can just start putting in the data. You should know that. And so playing around with the matrix button is going to be helpful to you. And then we are also going to eventually be doing some math with our matrices, and so that's where we play around with those button functions as well. So the matrix menu is a pretty important one for this. Essentially though, this first target is, can I add and subtract matrices? I sure hope you can, but the big rule to be able to do that is they must be the same dimension. So must be same dimension or size. So dimension or dimensions or size. They have to look exactly alike in size, otherwise you cannot add or subtract them, because all you do is you add or subtract corresponding entries. So I copy down matrix D and I copy down matrix C. Well, if I look at those, they both have 3 rows and 3 columns, so they're both 3 by 3, 3 by 3, so that's good news. My answer matrix would also be a 3 by 3. And so on. So if you look at my answers, this will help speed the process along. I just copied down D, I copied down C, and then I did the 4 plus the 5. 9, negative 3 plus 2, negative 1, and 0 plus 6. And you just keep going. And you fill it out and you're in good shape. Next one, B plus B. Well, it's a 3 by 2 and a 3 by 2, so you're definitely going to be able to do those. Gives you this. And then you'll notice I said not possible, because B minus C can't happen, because B is a 3 by 2 and C is a 3 by 3. If they're not the same size or dimension, it doesn't work. So that one saves you a little bit of time, because you had a 3 by 2 trying to add with a 3 by 3 matrix, and you can't do that. So that's how you add and subtract matrices. I mean, I guess we didn't really talk about the subtraction part. You just need to be careful when you actually do a subtraction question like this one, because what that's going to do is you have to remember that you're subtracting each entry. So 5 minus 4 is 1. Negative 3 minus 2, that's negative 5. So when you do that, you get the negative 5, and so you got to be careful, because that's actually makes this negative. And then 0 take away 6 is negative 6. So just be careful for the sign mistakes. Do them one at a time, and then you should be in good shape.